Okay, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the brothers that push this truth to the four corners week in, week out. To the brothers and sisters that believe and follow this truth with sincerity, say Shalom to you. To the house of David, which by default is the kingdom of heaven, he says Shalom. Okay, this is your brother Daniel Allah from the Trinidad GMS South Arm. Right? Bringing to you a quick, hopefully, by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemeshah, hopefully it's edifying. Right? We got receiving a little information here, on the RFID, which we know that is the mark of the beast, and what is taking place, and what the technology that is being pushed forward to our people today. Right? It's already here, and I just get a little piece of information in this video, which coincides with Revelation 13 and 16, right? Which is what which is what John the Revelator saw. The people, he saw the people taking something, they taking a mark with, in their hands, which the scripture speaks about hands, right? And the forehead, it doesn't specifically have to be the forehead, just at that time, John, he probably saw someone taking it in the forehead, but in that head area, we see now that chip is being implanted into the head now, and it's possible because there is one. I'm gonna show you the video. There's a guy that he showing people the chip in his head, how he got it. He tried it, and as I've always told you people, they're gonna make this chip something fashionable that you all are gonna you're gonna gravitate it. They're gonna use certain people to push this agenda, to push this prophecy, because really and truly it's a prophecy, that is going to happen on this earth, right? So without further ado, I'm going to play the video, and we're going to listen to the procedure and how this chip is going to operate. Let's go a little deeper into it and see. Right? Let me run this video here.
Is the Neuralink safe? This is a brain implant, so of course there are some safety risks, but Neuralink has designed everything from scratch to be as safe as possible, including the surgical robot that will not only cut open the hole in the patient's skull, but also insert the tiny probes into the brain tissue used to understand what the brain is doing. One current state-of-the-art device in this field is called the Utah Array, which requires inserting a rigid grid of sharp metal probes into the brain tissue. Now think about how the brain has blood vessels all around. If you have a neurosurgeon inserting this grid into the brain with their bare hands, they're going to puncture blood vessels, and that's simply not as safe or effective as having a neurosurgeon using a robot to avoid blood vessels and precisely insert these extremely tiny probes one by one. Elon Musk's company is building devices that are not only much more effective, but also safer because they're smaller and inserted more precisely. There are plenty of other reasons it's safer, and it's fourth most asked question about Neuralink. Is the Neuralink safe? This is a brain implant, so of course there are some safety risks, but Neuralink has designed everything from scratch to be as safe as possible, including the surgical robot that will not only cut open the hole in the patient's skull, but also insert the tiny probes into the brain tissue used to understand what the brain is doing. One current state-of-the-art device in this field is called the Utah array, which requires inserting a rigid grid of sharp metal probes into the brain tissue. Now think about how the brain has blood vessels all around. If you have a neurosurgeon inserting this grid into the brain with their bare hands, they're going to puncture blood vessels, and that's simply not as safe or effective as having a neurosurgeon using a robot to avoid blood vessels and precisely insert these extremely tiny probes one by one. Elon Musk's company is building devices that are not only much more effective, but also safer because they're smaller and inserted more precisely. There are plenty of other reasons it's safer, but if you want to continue learning about Neuralink, follow for more videos. Is the Neuralink safe? You know, when the in the
All right. We just going through the video. The show is asking if is the new Neuralink safe, and definitely not. If you listen to the video, you can go back and listen to it. There will be side effects because they'll be drilling a hole into your head. A machine will be doing it. You know, they wouldn't be doing it by hands, by human hands. Wouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? They would have this machine, and it would be, you know, boring a hole into your head and placing it into your brain, as the illustration showed. You know, your brain would be exposed. But they had this machine that will put it in, you know what I mean, will be doing it precisely. You know, but me personally, I think a lot of people gonna get a lot of side effects from these things, because I know, you know, people are gonna take it. A lot of people, they don't believe it. They don't believe in Yahweh Salaki. They don't believe in Yahweh Yoshai. They believe in this world, and they believe in technology. So a lot of people, they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna take it, and you know what I mean. They're gonna be condemned. They're gonna die horrible deaths. Just plain out, that's what is going to happen to you. All right, and this is another video here showing with this guy here. I'm not sure if this video we're not sure if this video is if it's real or not, if it's AI, but it seems to be real. But let me we just won't play it, and you know what I mean. We're going to bring out the scriptures and show you what the scripture says about this prophecy. All right.
Like what you see? I don't know.
That's so scary. It's real, bro. It's real. Yo, how do you do that?
So weird this guy looks. It's looking weird, but watch a little more and see. Watch how his eyes turns up and changes color. Watch.
Come check out this eye, man. Shit's crazy. Oh my god, did you see that? Oh my god.
Look at that. The man looking like a total zombie. Everybody is fascinated by this. Look. It's unnatural. That is unnatural. The Lord didn't make, you know, the Lord didn't make you like that. Look at that. Look at that. He looks like a machine. Looks like a zombie. Somebody's controlling him. Watch.
Oh my god, did you see that?
Oh my god, did you see?
Now with this piece of what do you call it, equipment, right? Because it's made by Elon Musk. The guy explains that you will be able to move your mouse. You wouldn't need a mouse to move to control your computers. You just be doing it with your mind. You know? Let's play the rest of the video.
Crazy. Word. Oh. That's so scary. It's real, bro. It's real. Leo, how do you do that?
Yeah, that's what's taking place, you know. A Neuralink thing, it just goes with the scriptures, you know. As Revelation 13, I'll read from 13 and 14, and if I read from 13 and 13, and he that doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from the heavens unto the earth in the sight of men. Right? That fire coming down from heaven is nuclear fire, right? He deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, yeah, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying, which is the Roman Empire, right? Saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image of the beast, right, which is this system, right, which had the wound by his sword and did live. Who was wounded by his sword and did live, right? The Roman Empire, right? And had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? So if you don't go along with what this society, this system has to offer, you're gonna be, a lot of men gonna die. You're gonna be unalive, right? And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, say that he have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right? So that is prophecy for you. You know, let's bring it that out. That Neuralink just goes perfectly with the that brain chip goes perfectly with 16. You know, the right hand on the forehead. You know, a lot of people gonna be walking around with chips in their head to do what? The guy he spoke about what it would be good for. Let me see, Salaki. Let me see if I find the video. There's a video with him speaking about how useful it would be to have a chip. This song, hold on. This is right here. Look, let me get it.
Side effects.
Do you have any?
I don't have any.
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it. I was able to do it, and then I did it.
And how long did that take you?
That took me about a week.
And then you went home
I practiced at home.
And so what do you think the biggest benefit of this is?
The biggest benefit is that it's going to help people with spinal cord injuries and people with Parkinson's disease and people with epilepsy and people with depression, anxiety, and all these different things.
Right, you see that? Look. Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. How did he give life it? That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that it, as many would not worship, the image will be killed. That's nowhere. Hold on. It's in 14. Salaki. And deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image of the beast. They should worship this system.
It's still
that is the miracles that they're doing. Look,
Parkinson's disease and people with epilepsy and people with
this is?
The biggest benefit is that it's going to help people with spinal cord injuries and people with Parkinson's disease and people with epilepsy and people with depression, anxiety, and all these different things. I could still move the mouse with my mind.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I had. It's actually pretty cool.
Is it like a chip?
It's a small chip, yeah.
So I'm curious about the device itself, you know, the actual, how long did it take you to get used to it?
It was a process, you know, it took a few months to really get comfortable with it, but now it's just part of me in my head.
Can you show us?
Can you show me where?
Right here. So the future is going to be amazing. We're going to be able to do so much more.
You hear the guy? You hear the guy? He said the future is going to be so amazing. We're going to be able to do so much more. Yeah, that is the miracles that the beast is going to fool the people with, you know? Those miracles. As it says in the scriptures, and deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. You see? Prophecy is moving.
Have any side effects?
Is moving forward quickly. Right? Kala Yahaba Hashem Yahushai. You know, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai gives me the strength to refuse this. This is not of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This is not of the Heavenly Father. Right? This is against what the Heavenly Father created, you know, to make itself a machine. You wouldn't be able to, the Lord's Spirit wouldn't be able to dwell in you anymore. That's why the Lord says it's going to destroy you, going to be destroyed. Right? I hope this lesson, you know, is edifying. And with that, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Harakakadash, the apostles, the elders of great millstone, salutations to the brothers and push this truth week in, week out. To the brothers and sisters that believe and follow this truth. Right? To the house of David by the fault of the kingdom of heaven. This is the brother Daniel Allah. Until next video, it's a shalom.